Hello, yes. Welcome to Angular 8 tutorial, and we are at session 17, which is all about custom attribute directive with event handler. So, if you have gone through my previous tutorial, if not, kindly go through by session 16, building a custom attribute directive, because this is something that continues to my previous tutorial one. Okay, so here we are going to discuss how custom attribute can be bind with multiple event so that a derivative can be have or change the element behavior based on an event occurs. So let's start with. Yeah, so a custom attribute derivative can listen into an event and act accordingly, which extends custom derivative features. So here what do I mean to say, like guys, like a custom derivative which is meant to define your own perception, your own definition, so that you can simply decorate with the element you want to change the behavior dynamically. Yes, the one we can extend one of the thing, like when an event will occur. Event is, as you know, like it's something is going to happen and is happening, it's called event. So like if mouse click is event, on mouse focus, on mouse leave, on click. Okay, so this is our called event, and you can simply just search on Google the multiple event we do have, and so that you can work accordingly, you can design accordingly. Okay, so implementing a event handler, the first step is like okay, I'm just continuing with my last example. I'm just gonna do so right now, guys. So earlier, if you would have remembered that whenever the event I am attributing or I'm decorating with a particular element, when the page loads, it will be in highlighted yellow and on bold font as well. But this effect should take place when I will put mouse on the text, and it will simply leave when I will put the mouse out of the particular object. So that's my intention here, to just design how event and why event is required. Okay, so for that we need just one of the library, one of the host listener from Angular core library. So this is the component we need from Angular, which is present in Angular core library. Okay, so let's see. And host listener is nothing but it's a decorator, guys, which defines a DOM element with the event to run when the event takes place or when it occurs. We are just gonna do so right now. So let's see. Yeah, so like if you, I'm just, as I told, I'm continuing with this previous example here, guys. So what I'm supposed to do here, okay, let me type the code for you. Okay, so here first thing I have to do, I have to take the host listener component out of Angular core library. Okay, so here you can see, yeah, so uh, yeah, host listener must be there. Here we need to select a host listener. Okay, I'm just importing this particular component from Angular code library. This is the first step we have to do, and this is our directive we have created. It's called element highlighter, and this is the selector for this one to attribute like this with a element. That's it, guys. So we don't need to do anything with the HTML part. Basically here, as for the last example, we have a div, we have a you know paragraph. Okay, so the next is, okay, I have to define one constructor, guys. So what I'm supposed to do, we don't need any implementation within that, right? So yeah, so you can simply delete this one. Yeah, and yeah, it is all good, and I'm just go making this constructor reference as a private as of now. And okay, so yeah, so like this host listener is a method, guys. Okay, method in the sense it takes two arguments. Like for more details about the host listener, you can visit to this URL, which will give these details here. If I'm here from Angular API reference. So it is all about the host listener, what it does, and with completely description you can get from here. So this is the link I've given, and I'm just simply posting the same thing to my blog as well. You can just simply copy the code, or you can just refer it. Okay. So yeah. So like host listener takes two arguments. The first thing you will see is called event name. So it is something mandatory field, guys. Like you need to mention the event, on which event the action is going to trigger. Okay. And the second is args arguments. Okay. And as you can see here, the arguments is mentioned with a question mark. That is something, it is optional, it is not mandatory to provide always. If you require, you can just simply pass the argument, else it is fine to go with. But yes, event name is a mandatory field. Okay. Okay. So if I will, yeah, so here you can see I'm just going to define it. So first thing, it is asking for the event. Okay. So let me uh, define one event. As you know, like JavaScript has multiple events, so I'm just taking one more event called mouse enter. Okay. So I'm not going to define any argument, so that is fine. I'm not gonna mention. So define it as a method signature here, guys. And yeah, sorry, I think that we removed that one, right? Oh, sorry. Yeah, yeah, this is cool. Yeah, yeah. So within that, I'm just writing something. So don't worry, we are going to define this method. This dot take effort means this is referring to the current, current file, and within file, whatever the method or object we have. Okay. And here I'm passing one parameter, guys. So as of now, no need to worry about. I will just make you understand what I'm doing right now. Okay. So this is the one, and I am going to define one more event. Yeah, mouse leave. When the mouse leave, what will happen? Yeah, so we have to define this as well, right? And here I'm gonna to mention null. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and just define this method. Okay, I think something is wrong. Let me just check this out. Oh, sorry. I just forgot to mention the event name. Actually, this is the decorated. Guys, it is not a method. It is decorated. We have to decorate with a particular method, right? So I'm just creating one a method called on mouse enter. Yeah. Uh, yeah. And if we'll take, I'm just gonna to define here like this. Okay, on mouse leave as well. So that's it. Yeah. So on mouse enter and on mouse leave is the method which is gonna to work with. Okay. So yeah. So now this to take effort will be in red mark because we have not defined the method yet, right? So declare. Okay. So yeah, there is something another things we need to define it properly. Yeah. So now I'm gonna to create of type private. Okay. And this is the method all about, and what is the implementation it will take. Okay. So okay, this take effect, as you know, we are passing something, right? So this is some string parameter I'm just gonna to pass here. And what is the purpose of this? I'm just gonna to tell you right now. So I'm just typing color. I need a color code of type string. Yeah, that's fine. And here what I'm supposed to do here, we can make use of this er. Okay, so this dot er element highlighter. Okay, so here is the alias name for this I have created. This dot er dot native element, guys. As you saw in my previous tutorial, I'm just trying to get the DOM properties using this native element. Okay, then there is a property called style dot background. Yeah, background I am gonna to declare with this color object, nothing else, yes. And same thing I have to do for make it bold font. And yeah, this is like font weight. So this is the properties, this is all css properties guys, so no need to worry about, you must be aware of. Yeah, and make it just bold font. Okay, so this is all done guys. So what I've done, first thing is like I'm just taking help of host listener from Angular code library. I'm just creating two methods, on mouse enter, on mouse leap. And how it is going to attach, because we are attaching in within the directive, right, directive class. And host listener is will be listen to an event from the user, and when the event occurs, this method is gonna, based on the event we are mentioning, this is going to run this code. And on mouse leap, simply null. Null means simply nothing is going to happen, and it will be as usual. So let's see. I'm just, let's run this and we'll see on action. Yeah guys, so here you can see, okay, it is running as well. So let's move on to the browser and we'll see how the output is going to be have. So as you know, like it is running on localhost 4200. So yeah, so we have one is from this so this guys, if you'll see, one thing is coming from the direct div, and this is from it's called the paragraph. Okay, if you'll see the HTML. Okay, but something is going wrong. We are not getting the highlight color over here. I think there will be some typo. Let's dig into. Yeah, I have mentioned wrongly, so it should be background color. Okay, save it and just move it. Okay, once this page is refreshed. Okay, something is still going wrong. Just a second guys. Oh, it's my mistake, it is a typo. Yeah, now it should be working good. Yeah, so here you can see guys. Yeah, so this is all good. And here you can see this tutorial is working. It's like whenever I'm just putting the mouse on, it is highlighting as well as making it is bold, and that's it. But yeah, something's going wrong, right? So when I'm just put out focus of this, and it is not going to the resting, because of, let me tell you like why this is happening. So if you'll see what we have done, okay, on mouse leave, so we have written like this static effect as null. So here what will happen when we are passing, it is simply assigning to null, but it is always happening is bold, right? So we want it should not be bold if it is coming as null. So we need to put one if condition. We can just take help of what we can do here, like just take help of if operator. Yeah, so here we should mention if the color not equals null, then you can run this code. Else we gonna to do like, yeah, else just make it normal. So that's it guys. If it is the color is not gonna do null, then whatever the value, it will be assigned to this font weight property, like bold. Yeah, based on this color, if it is null, then it is gonna to behave as like this one. If it is not null, then it is gonna to behave as with background color. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, yeah guys, so it is working as expected. You can see whenever I'm putting mouse on, it is highlighted as well as bold. When I'm putting out of the uh, the element, it is just coming into the normal font as well. So yeah, yeah, so according to your like project requirement, as per the project need, you can your requirement, you can just define a event, an event, and according to you act on that using host listener. So I have just produced this video tutorial to just how to handle directive with handler. Yeah, so thank you guys, thanks for watching this video series. Yeah, you can visit to my blog using this URL escape.net edu.blogspot.com for more text version of all of my tutorials. And to get the text material of this particular session, you can just visit to this tutorial especially. Okay, so kindly do subscribe guys, so that you can get the notification wherever there is a post from my end. So I will be coming up with my next tutorial, which is all about how to decorate a custom relative with the help of input. Okay, there is input we're gonna to discuss in details how you can do that. Okay, so till then, keep smiling, keep sharing your knowledge with others, and keep learning, because learning never has an end. Thank you.